children, today I am going to teach lesson third in history, नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया, भारत में राष्ट्रवाद। सिलेबस की टॉपिक में क्या है, इसमें द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार, खिलाफत एंड नॉन कॉरपोरेशन, डिफरेंट स्टैंड्स विद इन द मूवमेंट्स टूवर्ड्स सिविल डिसोबीडियंस एंड अनटचेबल्स, द सीन ऑफ कलेक्टिव बिलोंगिंग। ये आपका सिलेबस है, इसमें इसके बारे में पढ़ाएंगे। फर्स्ट है द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार, खिलाफत एंड नॉन कॉरपोरेशन मूवमेंट के बारे में पढ़ाएंगे। अब इसमें सबसे पहले ओवरव्यू जो दिया है वो देखें। एडवेंट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म इन कॉलोनीज, एडवेंट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म इन कॉलोनीज। अब नेशनलिज्म इन कॉलोनी मतलब क्या है? उपनिवेशवाद में राष्ट्रवाद कैसे पनपा, अर्थात यहाँ पर हमारे देश में अंग्रेज़ों का शासन था, उन्होंने अपने उपनिवेश बसा रखे थे। इसके अलावा फ्रांसीसियों, पुर्तगालियों का भी था, लेकिन अंग्रेज़ों के आगे उनकी नहीं चली और भारत में अंग्रेज़ों का पूर्ण रूप से अधिकार हुआ और उसी के अंदर लोगों में शासन, अंग्रेज़ों के शासन होते हुए भी भारतीयों में किस प्रकार से राष्ट्रवाद का उदय हुआ, ये आपको बताएंगे। और उन्होंने इसके बल पर भारत को कैसे अपनाया, अर्थात कैसे आज़ादी प्राप्त की, इसके बारे में हम आपको पढ़ाएंगे। तो सबसे पहले देखें एडवेंट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म इन कॉलोनीज। मॉडर्न नेशनलिज्म इन यूरोप प्रिसिस्टेड नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया। It came to be associated with the formation of nation state. Nationalism meant a change in people's thinking. They began to understand who they were and what defined their identity and sense of belonging. Novelty came in every sphere, new symbols and icons, new songs and ideas, forged new links and redefined the boundaries of communities. However, in all the countries, it did not come in easily and in a short time. Rather, in most countries, the making of this new national identity was a long process full of ups and downs, winning over obstacles and offering great sacrifice. Advent of nationalism in India. In India, as in Vietnam and many other colonies of the white, and growth of modern nationalism intimately connected to the anti-colony movement. The people were carrying under the yoke of imperialism when they saw other countries getting rid of the slavery. They began discovering their unity in the process of their struggle with the colonial. Operation giving birth to bond. The sense of being oppressed under the colonialism provided a shared bond that tied many different groups together, but there was no uniformity in their feeling. Each class and group felt the effects of colonialism differently. Their experiences were varied. Consequently, their nations of freedom were not always the same. The role of Congress. The Congress under Mahatma Gandhi tried to forge these groups together within one movement, but the unity did not emerge without conflict. The First World War, Khilafat and non-corporation. First World War 1914 created a new economic and political situation worldwide. It led a huge increase in defense expenditure incurred by the countries at war. The expenditure was financed by war loans and increase in taxes, besides custom duties on import and export were raised and income tax on the people was introduced. Impact of the First World War on the society. Prices soaring up. Between 1913 to 1918, the prices of food grains increased largely, which caused extreme hardship for common people. The peasantry suffered from paying heavy rents and taxes. Second, force requirement. The villagers were called upon to supply soldiers from among themselves. This force requirement in rural areas caused widespread famine. Third, Indian industries on the verge of closure. The foreign goods once again began to be imported and foreign capital began to be invested in a large scale. Indian industries had to incur heavy losses and were even at the verge of closure. Social condition after the war. Failure of crops. In 1918, 19 and 1920 and 21st, crops failed in many parts of India, resulting in acute shortage of food. Second, influenza epidemic. There was also the influenza epidemic. According to the census of 1921, 12 to 13 million people died as result of famines and their epidemic. People had hoped their suffering would be reduced after the war, but that did not happen. This position grew from bad to worse. Emergence of Mahatma Gandhi. In such critical social condition, a new leader, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, appeared on horizon of the country. He was popularly known as Bapu or Mahatma Gandhi. He subjugated a new method of nation, that is Satyagraha. Idea of Satyagraha. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in January 1915. His heroic fight for the Indians in South Africa and become well known. His novel method of mass agitation, known as Satyagraha, had yielded fruitful result. Meaning of Satyagraha. Satyagraha was devoid of violence and physical force. It was the method of agitation and protest based on truth and non-violence. It was a passive resistance consisting of defense of law, non-payment of taxes, boycott of government institutions. You see, it's suggested that in case the cause was true, if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppression without being aggressive. A satyagrahi could win the battle using the weapon of non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi believed that this dharma of non-violence would untie all enemies and that in unity lies strength. Satyagraha in India. After arriving in India, Mahatma Gandhi organized Satyagraha movement at various places with a great success. The experiment in Satyagraha brought Gandhiji into close touch with the masses, both the peasants in the rural areas and the workers in the urban areas. In the course of time, he became the symbol and savior of the poor and the downtrodden. Next day,